You are an aspiring YouTuber. You create your channel, upload your channel art, and you are now ready to create amazing content about your new hobby, your new passion, astrology phone apps. You have your message and you know that people will enjoy your content. With confidence, you upload your first video and wait for the crowds to roll in. Literally 30 seconds after uploading, you get your first comment. The crowds are coming early. You check your phone and read the nice comment that Tom sent you. It has now been 2 hours and you still have 5 views on your video. Despite the nice comment that Tom wrote, he apparently didn't like the video enough to view it for at least 30 seconds. Some fan he is. Why is this happening, you ask yourself? Why am I not getting millions of views like PewDiePie? You begin looking up Google searches related to every creator's favorite part of making videos: marketing. You stumble across a bunch of articles that offer you practical advice on marketing. After considering a couple of mildly unrealistic strategies, you settle on relying on the YouTube algorithm for your traffic. You go to bed that night happy with your long day of hard work. Woohoo, says the YouTube engineer in your dreams that night. You have discovered the secret to traffic on YouTube. Use the YouTube algorithm. You are ecstatic. Great, how does the YouTube algorithm work? You ask hopefully. I can't tell you that, he says, because I can't read. The YouTube engineer flies off into the sky. Just then, another zany character under a dark hood named Morty says, "Hey, I will teach you about the YouTube algorithm for a small fee." What is the fee, you ask? Let's just say you don't pay with money. Mwahahaha. You sign a legal contract without reading the fine print. Morty begins his lecture. Before diving into how the algorithm works, it is first important to talk about the purpose of the algorithm and why YouTube uses algorithms in the first place. At its core, YouTube's algorithm exists to serve the most personalized content to its users. YouTube serves its content through 5 main channels: the search, suggested, home, subscription, and trending tabs on YouTube. Yes, some YouTubers get a considerable amount of traffic from external sources, but this is not traffic that YouTube has direct control over, and it will not be the focus of this video. YouTube's algorithm uses a little-known technology called machine learning. Don't think you've ever heard of it, have you? To run its algorithms. Now you may be asking, why does YouTube use algorithms in the first place? Couldn't you accomplish the same results with humans? To put it simply, to accomplish the same results with humans, given the hundreds of hours of content uploaded each minute to the site, YouTube would have to hire tens of thousands of workers in order to properly manage, organize, and moderate videos. This is not economically feasible. YouTube also opens itself up to additional liability when humans have a direct say in how videos are sorted and moderated. This video from the YouTuber Tom Scott does a great job in explaining this point in further detail. YouTube's algorithm uses hundreds of data points to find and rank videos for maximum viewer pleasure. This process is shown with the following infographic. Yes, I understand that this infographic looks quite confusing, so I've devised a hypothetical example to make it much easier to understand. Imagine that a man, let's call him Bob, visits Venice Beach, aka Muscle Beach. Bob is shocked by a local site directory that explains that the beach has recently passed over 1 million small businesses. That's a ton of businesses, Bob says. How am I going to visit them all? Morty suddenly appears. My friend, it is impossible for you to visit every single store. You must make use of the new, super cool, amazing, accurate, totally not efficient store finding system, trademarked. This example represents the fact that the YouTube algorithm has an inconceivable number of videos to sort, which is referred to as the video corpus. The word corpus refers to a collection of electronically stored data that conveys meaning or information. This video does a better job of explaining this definition. Back to our example, Bob briefly considers visiting Santa Monica and La Brea instead of Venice Beach. But, to be frank, he had already spent an hour in traffic getting down to Venice, and he sure as wasn't going to spend an hour going back. Sure, I'll try it out, he says. Tell me what I have to do. Just put this tinfoil hat on, Morty says. Bob listens to him. Alright, I have just downloaded all of your store preferences, previous store visits, wants, wishes, and life goals and dreams. You're seriously lacking in that department. What? Nothing. I have generated a list of roughly 100 stores that I think you might enjoy. This example represents the fact that the Candidate Generation Network, or CGN for short, takes the millions of videos that make up the video corpus and spews out a couple hundred videos personalized to the users. The CGN accomplishes this task by using data about both the video and the user. What data do they use, you may be wondering? This is classified information and also probably impossible. If YouTube ever provided detailed information about what data was being used to make generation and ranking decisions, scammers and opportunists could quickly find ways to game the system. And we as consumers don't want that. With the data collected, YouTube makes broad recommendations using collaborative filtering, which serves as the basis for the videos generated by the CGN. Collaborative filtering is a machine learning recommendation technique that describes a system that uses the interests of similar users to recommend content. To give a short example, if you're a 16-year-old girl from a left-leaning state, in a collaborative filtering recommendation system, you are more likely to be recommended content that other 16-year-old girls from left-leaning states enjoy. I guess now I know why Charli D'Amelio is always in my feed. Going back to our example, right as Morty generates the list of 100 stores, it is instantly sorted based on what the algorithm believes Bob will enjoy the most. This list is constantly updated based on a variety of constantly changing factors. This example represents the fact that after candidate generation, the ranking neural network, or RNN, will begin its job. In order to properly rank videos, the RNN uses a combination of user data and video features. This order is then constantly refined using a technique known as A/B testing. A/B testing is simply a method of comparing two outcomes to determine which one performs better, using statistical analysis with a given conversion goal. Now, you may be asking, what conversion goal does YouTube use for ranking? How do they determine where videos rank? And my answer would obviously be number of cat movements shown per second. No, but seriously, it is impossible to say exactly what conversion goal YouTube uses, but it is generally accepted theory that expected watch time and click-through rate influence ranking. To bring this back to A/B testing, YouTube will consistently A/B test videos against each other to maximize conversion goals. For example, if you have two videos which have the following watch statistics after 1,000 impressions, it is clear that video A will have an advantage in rankings over video B. I am purposefully being very vague with my examples because in reality, it is impossible to know exactly what determines how a video ranks, for the reasons I mentioned earlier. Now you may be asking, if YouTube only looked at watch time and click-through rate to determine rankings, wouldn't that encourage creators to create clickbait, long, and excessively drawn-out content? This has happened in the past on YouTube, but in reality, YouTube uses a variety of factors measuring user satisfaction that in turn influence the ranking of videos. Back to our example, Bob now has a personalized list of 100 stores that he will likely enjoy based on his previous experiences. These 100 stores are in turn ranked in order of how likely he is to enjoy these stores. Excited that he is finally able to get shopping, Bob clicks the first store and he is instantly transported to the storefront. And what would you know? It is an entire store dedicated to astrology phone apps. Bob looks down at his sheet, and he notices that the list of 100 stores have changed to fit his newly found preferences, just as they should. You wake up the next day refreshed after a relaxing night of rest. Little do you know, your subconscious mind has been hard at work educating you about the YouTube algorithm. Like most mornings, you spend a bit of time on your phone before tackling the day. As you are scrolling through Reddit, you begin thinking about the fact that it truly doesn't matter what changes happen to the YouTube algorithm, as long as it continues promoting content that viewers enjoy. You promise to yourself that you will obsess less about the YouTube algorithm and will focus this attention into making amazing content for your viewers. As you open your email app, you see that you have received an email from MCN Incorporated. This is awesome, you say. I am already being contacted by MCNs to sign with them. You open the email and you see that it is a receipt. It states, "To our valued client, This email serves as a confirmation of rendered services on behalf of our MCN employee, Mr. Morty. As promised, Mr. Morty delivered advice on how the YouTube algorithm works. As stipulated in our contract, this now means that we own 40% of your creative soul. We look forward to working with you to pursue future creative endeavors. Best regards, Mr. Obviously Parody John Cena Man III. You have no idea what this email is talking about, and you quickly report it as spam. You breathe a sigh of relief. You open up your computer and open a Word document to start the creation of your next video. In all seriousness, I hope this video gave you a better understanding of the complexity of the modern-day YouTube algorithm. I also hope that you learned more about how AI powers the YouTube algorithm. Please do more research into this topic with any of the links in my description or watch another video on my channel. Bye!